Welcome to the Mother Daughter-ish podcast. It's your mama's favorite podcast.
And the podcast your daughter always wanted.
This is Miss Dawn.
And Angelique.
From the 713. Houston, y'all. Get connected and stay connected weekly as new shows debut on Sunday, Wednesday, and please check out our Saturday Out and About showcases.
Enjoy the show. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, and tell every woman on the planet that you know about our show.
Here's our show for today. Hey, mothers and daughters. Well, guess what? I have one more thing that I've marked off of my bucket list. And that thing was taking a solo cruise. Now, there are a couple of things that you need to know. And one is, if you take a solo cruise, you're still paying for the two people that would have been in the room. Now, Virgin Cruises, they do have rooms for singles that just kind of look like a hotel room. And it costs a little bit more, but if you're going to go solo, that would be an option. Virgin Cruises, again, they cater to a lot of singles. This particular one happened to be Celebrity Cruises. So I had this on my bucket list maybe about 3 years. And I'm so happy that as I look at my bucket list, I start marking things off. What happened in 2023 is that a lot of things got marked off of my list that I'd had on there. And when I finished them, I didn't realize a lot of things that I did until the end of 2023 in December, when I was sitting down reevaluating my actual physical handwritten bucket list binder that I have. And I think I've had that binder, the same one, for maybe 15 years. And as I go through it, the more I mark off the list, it seems like the more that are on the list. But that's exciting because guess what? 2024, I'll be marking at least 15 things off of the list. My tally for 2023, 29 things I marked off of the list, I believe. But let me tell you something that has been exciting about this solo cruise. I ended up getting an interior cabin. Yes, I like the veranda, balcony, and all of that, but this one was just fine for what it was for. Let me tell you, when the lady that is going to be the host for the floor that cleans the rooms came to the door, she was so nice. She brought me everything that she thought I needed. She brought me the charms. She brought me the paper for what's going on the ship the next day. She brought me just everything that they usually just stick right outside your door just for you to get it for yourself. And now keep in mind, this is before I put the little do not disturb thing on the door, because that's the other thing. When I'm traveling alone, I don't prefer them to come in a room and clean everything. I just keep everything tidy. I make sure that I have enough towels and toilet paper and things like that I need. But she knocked on the door 3 times yesterday just to make sure if I needed anything. By the time I got ready to go to bed, she was at the door again. So I went ahead and then put the do not disturb. And I've had that on now for about 24 hours. So what I really am excited about is right outside my door. I'm actually sitting in my room right now recording this for you because it was on my heart to just share. But right outside my door, if I open my door and just look slightly to the right, less than 5 feet away, 24-hour guards on every interior floor. I'm going to tell you why I like that. I'm going to tell you actually why I love that. I love that because when you're on the interior part, if something happens to you, you get lost or you're screaming, or no one's going to hear it because you're on the interior part of the ship. So the first day I saw the armed, and when I say armed, I'm saying that they have guns. When I saw that, I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. But also, I don't know if you know this or not, but a lot of people come on cruises and they buy the drink package. And when I tell you they drink, let me tell you, on this cruise alone, the day that we got ready to sail, at the sail away party where the line dancing and the games and all the fun happens, that's another thing. If you go on a cruise, make sure you find out what the sailing time is, and you look at that paper and you go down to that sail away party. That's where you're going to meet people. That's where you're going to see fun. That's where you're going to see if the activity director's, in great spirits and all of that. But on the moment that we had the, and that's my phone ringing in my room. Hello?
Good afternoon, Mom.
Hi.
Hello?
Hi. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, so it hung up. So that's the lady calling me because I just told him that I needed some more toilet paper. So she'll probably be coming down to the door in just a few minutes. But let me tell you. So my call-in time to come to the ship was 2:30. I got here at 11. They said go ahead and go on and get on the ship. I was like, there must not be a lot of people. Got on the ship and I'm thinking, okay, there were some people who went at 9, some people went at 10 and all of that. By the time I got on the ship at 12 o'clock, 11:30, they was already drunk. Everybody I saw that was drinking already had 2-3 drinks in their hand, and it lasted until it was time to sail off at 4 p.m. By 4 p.m., I guess the word you want to say is they were pretty lit, which was hilarious to me. I say have fun, do whatever you want to do. If that's what you do, do it, and do it with pride, and no judgment from me at all. But what I'm just telling you is I think that's why the guard is by the interior, because sometimes I have seen this. I've been in hotels where people have gotten so drunk that they just try to find their room and they can't. So they just lay down in the hallway and just say, forget it. I'll figure it out tomorrow or when I sober up, which, if you lay down in the hallway of a hotel, anything can happen to you. You can get robbed, you can get molested, whatever. Anything can happen. So when you're on your solo trip, do your best to keep your drinking at a minimum. Do your best to keep your conversations with other strangers, of course, at a minimum. And make sure that you participate in all of the activities that interest you. For example, on the first day, I did the sail away. And then that was pretty much it. After I walked around and got familiar with the ship, I like to do that on the first day. Get familiar with where everything is. Where I'm going to sit and do things, where I'm going to get some good sunlight and work on my computer, all that stuff, I settle it. On the second day, I did the breakfast at 7:30. Listen, another tip. If you're going to go to breakfast and you don't want a lot of noise and you want to find a good seat by the window so you can see the water, go between 7:30, and 8. After that, it's super crowded, and at 10, you're not getting a seat. You're going to have to go find somewhere else. So the second day, I did breakfast at 7:30. I did meditation from 9 to 9:30. There was a meditation group. Met some really nice people from Florida that I was talking with. A couple of people that were also by themselves on a cruise. And then at 11:30 was line dance class. And then I had lunch at about 11:45 or whatever. I didn't stay to the whole line dance. I just wanted to go and see how many people were there and jump in on a couple of dances, and that was it. And then I had, lunch, and a very nice lady who was traveling by herself from Alabama. She came and she sat and talked with me. Her group was here on a conference/retreat, and they're a cruise company. They completely only do cruises, and their cruise company, they do a retreat. I think she said 2 or 3 times a year. But this one was hosted by, Celebrity Cruises, so I thought that was really, really awesome. Yeah, of course, she tried to sell me on I should be a cruise director, and I'm just like, no, I don't need another job. So she was very delightful. I think her name was Terry or something like that, and she was, kind of great to sit down. I'm going to tell you right now, if you travel alone, you will meet some of the most friendly, genuine, nice people that you thought you were going to meet. A lot of people won't travel by themselves because they think, oh, I'm going to be scared. Oh, I don't want to eat alone. Oh, I don't want to be on a ship by myself. It's not safe. I just told you, I can open my door right now and maybe 3 to 5 feet away, maybe 3 feet away, there's literally an armed guard, and they've been 24 hours. I even looked out the door last night at 10 just to see if he was down there, and he was there. I looked out the door this morning at 5 a.m. and they were there. Every time I've come back to this room 3 times today. I came back after breakfast. I came back after meditation. I came back now, and they're still sitting out there. So I am loving that. But then also, when people get a little inebriated, and yeah, I know we're talking about morning time, but some people go to sleep drunk and they wake up drinking and drunk. So that's just the way that goes. And again, when you travel solo, just minimize the times that people need to come in and clean your room. If you can get your own towels and you can get your own toilet paper and you can keep things tidy from what your own mess is, then I think you'll be just fine, because I've been just fine. I have actually gone on a lot of solo trips. One year for my birthday, I went to Jakarta, Indonesia, and I had an amazing time. 14 days. I had tour guides pick me up on a daily basis and take me all over everywhere in Indonesia. I met some of the most wonderful people, and guess what? On the tour bus, there was another lady from India by herself. There were 2 best friend guys. They were there by themselves because they had separate rooms and everything, and they had separate things that they wanted to do, so they just happened to go on this particular outing with everybody. And then I met a lady that was in her 70s, and she's from India as well, a different part than the other lady, and she was there. We had a great time going to the coconut farms and drinking fresh coconut together. We had a great time checking out some of the mausoleums. We had a great time walking the streets of Jakarta, and some of those ladies, at least one of them, I'm still in connection with, and we say hi to one another at least once a year. So that was really awesome. We took a great picture together and everything, and she was just so happy that I was friendly to her, and I was happy she was friendly. Another time they picked me up and we went on an excursion. I met other people. So if you do it right solo, make yourself busy. And when you make yourself busy, then you're never going to be bored. But if you go to a place and you don't plan out your time and you don't plan out what you're going to do, or even plan out all the things you can do for free, everything doesn't have to cost money. But if you're going to go on a solo trip, just plan everything out to the T. Plan out your days, what you're going to do on those days. For example, I'm taking my daughter on her 30th birthday trip this year. And I literally sat down and planned day by day every single thing we're going to do. Building in free days because she loves free days. Building in beach days because she loves beach days. Building in really awesome excursions because I want to surprise her with the best. The one thing I've done with my daughters is a blessing and a curse. I sound like Monk. If you've never seen the TV show Monk, you got to get it. Get in on it. But the one thing I learned from Monk is a blessing and a curse. So the blessing in it is that I'm able to show them things that they peers have never seen and have no desire because they don't know to desire it. The curse is I've set the bar so high for them that I think if anybody try to come half stepping, it's just not going to work for them. Because even with my boys, I've set the bar so high that they now require people that they're in association with, friends or dating or whatever, they require them to just be on such a level that most people at their age, they just thinking they can do it later. They don't necessarily have to do it now. It's wonderful to travel with a group. It's really, really wonderful. I've done it. I do it. But it's super magnificent when you can travel alone. You feel comfortable. You feel safe. You feel fulfilled because of the things that you've gotten to do and see and people you've met. You got great food. You got clean water. I mean, I don't know what else you could ask for. But I will give you a tip. Don't sit around and wait for people to get ready. Because if you stay ready, then you'll always be ready to go. But if you're always in get ready mode, I'm telling you, your bucket list will just stay stagnant right where it is, because there will be no push for yourself to do anything. My theme for 2024 is that when I'm talking to people and I'm having conversations with associates and things like that, if they catch on, they catch on, and we can go from there. But if I'm talking to people and they don't catch on, I'm just going to keep moving forward. I'm not going to stop to, pull you in, reel you in. I'm not pushing you. I'm not pulling you. I'm not dragging you. I'm not convincing you. I'm not coercing you. I'm not trying to explain too much to you. I want the ears to be ready for the folks that are supposed to be near and around you. And if you don't catch on to it, or if it's just not your thing, it's just not your thing. You can't force it. God has given me so many things, and I realize there are things given only to me. Nobody else has to like it. Nobody else has to be involved in it. Nobody else has to move it forward. It was given to me to take it forward. And whoever's supposed to come along with the forward will, and whoever's not supposed to, they won't. So I would like to leave this pod show with saying to you, listeners, solo or not, as long as you're moving forward. Make that decision for yourself, and when you are ready, not just because I'm saying it. I'm just merely sharing experiences with you that I've gone through and had and have loved. But what I am saying is that when you're ready, go do it. Start small. I started small with, okay, I go to Austin. Okay, I go to Dallas. Okay, I go to Arizona. Okay, I go to Mexico. Or New Mexico, I should say. Because I haven't been to Mexico by myself yet. Oh, actually, I have once. So, start small and go from there. Like Austin is only 2 hours away from me. San Antonio is only 3 hours away from me. Dallas is only 4.5 hours from me. So those were easy, things to do. I have a car club. Whenever I go to that, I'm by myself on that. But then I'm with a group still. But when I say by yourself, I mean everything you're doing is by yourself and through your planning. Try it out. If you don't like it, at least you can say you did it. You didn't like it. If you go with a group, you got to wait for people to get ready. Imagine all the work and time it takes for you to get ready. And now other people have to get ready. I can't even tell you how many times I've planned trips for groups. And when it's time to ask for, let's put the deposits down to secure things, they don't come through. Time out for that. Time out for that. That's all I wanted to share with you is the excitement about taking a solo trip, and share with you one more thing I've accomplished on my bucket list, and share with you how to do something safely from my experience and how it's worked for me. Thank you for taking time to listen to the show. Remember to like, remember to share. Remember, if you're not subscribed to the show, hit the little subscribe button. It doesn't cost you one little dime. And it don't take a lot of your energy. That's my show for today. And until next time, bye.